ladies. I know I am a few minutes early, but that is just in my DNA. I can't help it. I've been sitting here, I can't tell you for how long, thinking, okay, just a little longer. Okay, just a little longer. So I thought I would go ahead and jump on here and make sure we don't have any Wi-Fi glitches or problems with the video. So when you get on, just say hi, and that way I can make sure I can see the comments. I see Sheila Miller is watching. Hi, Judy. And I actually have contacts in, but it's funny, when I get to the latter part of the day, it's almost like my contacts hinder my vision more than they help it, because when I blink, they like go over the lenses of my eyes and everything gets blurry. So if I'm like squinting at the screen to read your comments, that's why. But anyways, I am excited to share about our challenge this week. For those of you that I don't know, my name is Carolyn. I've been in Premiere for 15 years and I just love everything about them. And I love that Nancy is doing this challenge for us all, just to give us that extra motivation to get us up and going. Because even when my calendar is, mostly full, and she runs a contest or Premiere runs a contest, and I grab a hold of that and I work for those challenges, I know that it has helped sustain my calendar over the years, because nobody's calendar is ever too full, right? At least with shows anyways. So I'm gonna wait just a second because I know I'm early. Maybe when you get on, just tell me where you're watching from. Like, comment something. I'm in Wichita, Kansas. So here it's 7 o'clock. I don't know what time it is where you all are. And I worked a full day today. It was so boring. Oh, my day job is so boring. Premiere's so much more fun. I only took a day job just because I was helping a friend, and then they offered me really good benefits. So I've stuck with it for about it's been about 8 months now. And Premiere's still my full-time job. I keep telling them I'm going to retire from you guys one of these days and just do Premiere, because I actually make better money with Premiere. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I don't think Nancy has posted the challenge for the week yet, but, oh, somebody said hi. Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. Thank you, Sheila. So I'm going to talk a little bit about having a Christmas sample sale or a New Year sample sale, and I'm going to talk about doing some different things to get you some Facebook interaction. But I'm going to start with hosting a sample sale, because in my Premiere business, this has always been one of my strengths, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the reasons why I've stayed in contact with a lot of people, because even women that don't have shows every year will keep an eye out for my sample sale, because we all like a good deal, right? Like, yes, me, I love a good deal. And I have other friends that sell stuff that I don't host shows for them, but I keep an eye out for when they have their sales, because that's what I want to be a part of. So you have women that are that same way too. So I'm going to encourage you all to do some sort of a holiday open house. Come up with some cute creative name for it. I don't have a cute creative name for mine. It's just Christmas sample sale, because I'm not creative. And that's one thing about me. And Nancy, when she was talking to me the other day, she goes, I just love how simple you are, and you just try to keep everything easy. And I'm like, well, that's just because I don't really have fantastic ideas. Anything I do, I have pretty much copied from somebody else. And so eons ago, someone told me about having a sample sale and selling off your old jewelry, and I thought, oh, well, that makes sense, because then I have money to buy the new stuff. And I've just been doing the same thing ever since. So I want to give you some tips to help you have a successful sample sale. And one of them is to promote it throughout the year. And I know it's a little late for that, because if you're going to do it in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it's a little late to promote it all year. But maybe kind of have in your mind when you're going to do your next sample sale. I personally do 2 a year. I do one in December, and I do one in July, right before the new line comes out. And everybody knows that. I've done the same thing for years. So at my shows, I always tell everybody, it's even a question on my survey. It's, do you want to know when I have my sample sales? And I always go, you do. Just mark yes and make sure I have your email address, because women will be on the lookout for those sales. So some things to help you with that, other than talking about it throughout the year, is go ahead and still email everybody. I know we're all pro Facebook and Instagram and stuff now, but there are a lot of women that don't keep up with that. And there are a lot of professional women that are still very into their emails. So throughout the year, as you're collecting names and contact information, I have a group in my email, and it's Premier Customers, and it can only hold so many. So I've got Premier Customers 1, Premier Customers 2, and I have Premier Hostesses 1 and Premier Hostesses 2. But when I do my sample sale invitation, I can just address that to Premier Customers, all my Premier Customers and all my Premier Hostesses, and send it out. And that's so easy if you've been keeping up with your email addresses. So that will blanket hit one group of women. And I tell them in my invitation through email, it's on my text invitation, it's in the voicemail that I leave them, because ladies, I still call people. I tell them that they get an extra entry in my drawing when they RSVP for either day, because I run my sample sale for 2 days. And one of the reasons I do that is because I don't want to miss people that can't come on Friday night, and I don't want to miss people that can't come on Saturday. So by running it Friday from 3 to 7 and Saturday from 10 to 1, I have 2 time periods where I have a good chance of getting ladies. But the thing that I think has sealed the deal and just made my sample sales very successful is I call Friday the pre-sale. So this is what my voicemail sounds like, okay? Because I call, hi Nancy, I call every hostess for the last 2 years. I call everyone who's ever attended one of my sample sales. If you're fairly new and you don't have that many past hostesses or people that have attended previous sample sales, I would call every person that has been to a show that marked that they ever wanted to get any correspondence from you. I would personally call them if your list of hostesses is short. But it sounds something like this. Hey Holly, this is Carolyn with Premier. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing my Christmas sample sale in 3 weeks. It's going to be Friday and Saturday, the 7th and 8th. And the way it works is everything I have will be 30 to 50% off, and anyone can shop on Saturday from 10 to 1. But if you RSVP, you can shop at my pre-sale on Friday from 3 to 7. And if you RSVP for either day, you actually get into my drawings twice instead of just once. So just give me a call and let me know if you want me to reserve any pieces for you. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye. Click. And I hang up. So my pre-sale on Friday night usually has 30 plus people attend. And on Saturday, my main sale, I get like 5 to 10. It's crazy because you would think Saturday would be the biggest day because that's when people aren't working. But I will have people lined up and ready to come in at 3 o'clock on Friday. And I have people RSVP, which is huge. What is Nancy saying? Oh, love that motivation. Yes, the RSVP is huge because I feel like once they've RSVP'd, they've committed to coming and you have a much bigger likelihood of them showing up. And what's also nice, do you need to say hi? Sorry, my 13-year-old's over here making faces.
Hi.
That's trending. Okay. He needed his 2 seconds of fame.
I was already streaming.
Now I can't even remember what I was talking about. Ugh.
Sorry about something else.
If they RSVP, then I have their names on a list. So I can text all those people the day before and just say, hey, you're on the list for my pre-sale. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Or, hey, you're on my list for Saturday. I can't wait to see you. And the other thing it helps with is if you've been doing this for a long time, or maybe you're just not good at remembering faces, when these people come in that you haven't seen for a while, instead of just picking their name out of the blue, you have your list of the people that said they were coming, and it's multiple choice instead of just, oh, who is this? So that has really helped me over the years. So I'm big on the RSVP and the pre-sale. Let's see, print out a simple invitation. I'll share a Word document on here that's just 4 to a page where you can just print that on cardstock, cut them out, and at your shows between now and your sample sale, you can pass those out at checkout time. Don't promote it before checkout time because you don't want to hurt the hostess's sales, but at checkout time, just hand each customer your receipt. Say, if you didn't get everything you want tonight, that sample sale I mentioned earlier is actually coming up in 3 weeks. So you should come to this. And I get a really large amount of attendance from people within the last 4 to 6 weeks before my sample sale. Even though they were just at a show and they just bought stuff, they're the ones that are excited. And so they're the ones that want to get more of the items on their wish list. I make a pic collage graphic so that I can text everyone that I'm inviting. When I call them and leave that long voicemail, I then text them the image and I send them a text with verbiage with their name that says, "Hey Holly, I just wanted to let you know I sent you an invitation to go with that voicemail I just left you." That way there is that text, because a lot of people won't check their voicemails or they won't respond, but they will respond to a text. So it's kind of ridiculous, and I put a lot of time into my sample sales, but they're usually like $2,000 to $5,000, because I feel like what you get in the end is a direct result of, it's just like our hostesses. The ones that spend time personally inviting their friends and family are the ones that get the most free jewelry. And if we will treat our sample sales and our open houses, or whatever you want to call them, if we will be good hostesses, we will get a good result. Let's see. Oh, and this year, my pic collage that I did, I'll share it in the group too. It's fun. I took a picture of myself with a Santa hat on, and I'm holding a bunch of jewelry like this. And I used word swag, and I put that in the background and faded it out and did all my text on top of that. And I did that this past summer too. I used my face as the background for my photo and just kind of blurred it out, because we're our brand, right? And I got a huge response just because my face was on the invitation. So that's just a little tip when you decide to make your invitation. I still make a Facebook event for it. I make a Facebook event for the Friday night and for the Saturday. That way the people in my VIP group get an event invitation. For those people that don't do email, that don't check their voicemails, they'll still get Facebook reminders because of that event. I just feel like we have so many free resources out there between Facebook and Facebook and Instagram and all these different social media platforms, email, that are all free. I don't even mail invitations anymore. And I'm not going to tell you not to mail them, because important things still come in the mail, and I would probably have an even bigger sample sale if I still mailed invitations, but I quite frankly am to the point where I just couldn't decide who to mail them to, so I don't. But if you will use all the free things, and if you will make that effort to personally reach out to people, I think that's better than mailing them a postcard. So at your event, the way I like to do it is I have 2 different tables. I have all of my still current jewelry, everything that I don't necessarily really want to get rid of, I still have it out, and it's 30% off. Because I want women to know that this is a good event to come to. It's not just the trash I'm trying to get rid of. So I advertise that everything I own will be 30 to 50% off. On the main table, it's 30% off, and then a separate table of retired jewelry, stuff I just don't want anymore, is all half price. I don't mark it down dirt cheap, like $10 to $15 like some people do, just because women will buy it at half price and they feel like they're getting a good deal. So that's how I do that. And I have a chart, like a Kohl's chart, that does the 30% breakdown for them, I think from like $8 up to $100. And I have that posted in a couple places. So it helps people do the math really easily. Let's see if there's anything else. I know there's a couple other things about my sample sale. Oh, just simple snacks. Just like we tell our hostesses. Don't go crazy and worry about having a spread of food. It's more about the sale and the fellowship. But you're going to get bookings and you're going to get repeat customers because you have these sales. Women want to know that they are following and that they're doing business with someone who does events like these. So I would highly encourage you to do one. Even if you're a brand new jeweler and say you don't have samples that you want to get rid of, you could still offer your samples at a 20% discount. Or just say it's a holiday open house, come shop, eat some, have some hot cocoa, and all orders are 20% off, because that is something that I offer. If they're there at my sample sale, or if they contact me around that time, any orders they place are 20% off. So it just gives them an extra incentive to shop with you right at that time, and it gives you an excuse to talk to them. I give a free gift if they bring a friend, and my free gift a lot of times it's just a tray of my hodgepodge incentives that I happen to have, or maybe you have a whole bunch of scarves. You could post a picture of scarves the day before and say, those of you that bring a friend that I didn't invite get to pick a free gift, and it's one of these scarves or whatever cutesy thing you want to have. I've done it where it's been a specific gift, and then I've also done it where I just threw whatever I had in a tray, and when they bring a friend they get to pick something. I do still write up orders on receipts because I want to have a record of what I sold. That way if I need to reorder some things, because some of those things, I just can't live without. And have a booking incentive. So maybe have a bling purse on display and say, when you schedule a show with me in January, then you get a bling bag. I wouldn't normally give a bling bag just for a booking, but if they're going to book in the very next month and it's from my sample sale and I want it to be really special, I might give them a bling bag to book at that event. And then when it's all over, just do a drawing from the women that were there. If they RSVP'd, have them in the drawing twice and give away a $50 gift certificate, 2 $50 gift certificates. If you're brand new, give away a $25 gift certificate. It can be whatever you want it to be. So that's my stuff for a sample sale. And I seriously could talk for days about sample sales because I just love them. They're so much fun. But the second challenge that we're going to have this week is to get some engagement on Facebook through either your Black Friday, your Black Friday posts or 12 Days of Christmas. And I'm prepared to talk about 12 Days of Christmas because I just finished doing mine. But oh my goodness, are you guys so excited about everything they rolled out for us for Black Friday? I was at work today and I started seeing things pop up here and there before I even got the email. Maybe it was I went to the website because I knew stuff was coming out today. Anyways, I've just been saving graphics and I haven't posted anything in my VIP group yet because I am a processor and I'm like, okay, what is the best way to handle this? And I have an engraving workshop tomorrow night and I don't want to promote it and people hold off on their orders tomorrow night. So I think on Wednesday is when I'm going to start posting that necklace, just some little teasers leading up to it about how that necklace is only available for 1 week. And then maybe on Thursday, I will post about how all gym members get 30% off their whole order. You're going to see tons of stuff on Facebook over the next few days about how to handle that Black Friday special. So I'm going to spend most of our time together talking about 12 Days of Christmas, just because it's a little more confusing and I think it could use some more explaining. So I did this last year, and I have to give all credit to Pocket Deb. I was in her group last year and she trained on this. And what it is it's for 12 days, consecutive days, you have one item that's on special around 25% off, which is what I did this year. And I just used the graphics from Premier's website. Yes, I'm going to share them all with you without my website so you guys don't have to recreate them. You've probably already seen them if you're in Sharing Ideas with Jan Facebook group. I've already shared them there. But why would you want to do 12 Days of Christmas? Why would you want to give away 25% of the sale? Because then you're not making as much, right? So I just want to help you kind of decide why this is still valuable for your business. And my goal for doing 12 Days of Christmas wasn't to make a whole bunch of money on this event. I just want to be fun. I want to be out there. I want people to see me. So I have 7 reasons why you should do a 12 Days of Christmas sale. One is because it's Christmas time and everybody is offering some kind of a deal. You want to be in there doing something like that also. 2 is it will help up the engagement in your group or on your page. You can even offer an incentive for people that like your post each day. I did that last year because that's what Pocket Deb talked a lot about, was upping your engagement on your page. This year I didn't, because I had a hard time keeping up with doing a drawing every day for everyone that liked my post. So this year it was just about the sale, but it still upped the engagement on my page. People were commenting and liking my posts, and it was just fun. Number 3 is it shows people that you're nice, generous, and the word I've said like 10,000 times, fun. You want to be the fun person. People like to do business with people they like, know, and trust. Number 4 is it creates conversation with people that you may not have spoken to in a while. A number of the ladies that ordered from my 12 Days of Christmas were women that I hadn't spoken to in months and months and months. And one of them I did a show for maybe 2 years ago. She hasn't ordered or come to anything since. And she ordered from that and then has since asked for a catalog. So, we'll see what happens from there. 5, the drawings cost you nothing. And you may have no idea what I'm talking about yet, but during the 12 Days of Christmas, I have the math figured out. Each day, if 5 of this item get purchased, then it would hit $200. So I do a drawing for $60 in free jewelry, which is just the hostess credit. So it costs you nothing to give away that free prize. And again, it makes you look generous. Number 6 is all the additional hostess credit goes to you. So on my 12 Days of Christmas, on 2 days, I hit the magic number and I did drawings for $60 in free jewelry. Guess what happened the other 10 days? Yeah, I either didn't sell any or I sold a few. And all of that rolled into one big event. So at the end, it was a $1,000, $1,100 show. And I only gave away $120 in free jewelry during 50% hostess benefits. So I got to keep like $400 in free jewelry. I won't turn that down. Free stuff's always fun. And I'm going to use that free jewelry to build up my collection, which eventually gets into my sample sale. You see how this all works together? Okay, and number 7 is it's a great way to show off our amazing gem membership perks. I got 5 new gem members during my 12 Days of Christmas sale, and some of them were people I had reached out to in the past and said, hey, do you want to be a gem member? Hey, do you want to do this? And they hadn't yet. But one girl even messaged me. She said, I hadn't spoken to her or reached out at all. I got a message from her at work the other day. She goes, I want 3 of that necklace and a gem membership. I was like, oh, most of them I have to text them and say, okay, I got your order. Do you want a gem membership so you get the extra 20% discount? It was just really exciting for me. So let's talk a little bit about how to plan for the 12 Days of Christmas. Because right now, you don't want to promote it. Right now, it's all about Black Friday. So don't start talking about 12 Days of Christmas yet because people aren't going to know what you're talking about. Right now, you need to be focusing on Black Friday in your posts. But Black Friday is going to end. That's over November 30th. And then what are you going to do for all of December? So if you choose to do a 12 Days of Christmas promo, you could start it on December 1st. That would be easy to remember. But just pick whatever day you want to do it on. Create an event on your website called 12 Days of Christmas in case people are actually on there shopping and they want to add stuff to their cart themselves. I personally did all of them entering manually because I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute, but I wanted to be able to add stuff day by day and not have them have multiple purchases on there. Some things to help you is don't just post a graphic and think people are going to buy it. I've watched and seen lots of jewelers say, yeah, I posted it and I haven't heard anything. A lot of times the first post is not going to get you anything. People only see a tiny percentage of what you post. So I posted it in the mornings on my business page. And you don't have to have a business page. If what I'm about to say about these 3 different locations freaks you out, totally ignore it. Just post wherever you do your Facebook business. But if you have everything, I post in the morning in my business page. About an hour later, I either share it to my VIP group or I post separately in my VIP group, just depending on how I'm feeling, because I've heard, all different things about what helps your algorithm and what shows up more. And then on certain days, I didn't post every day on my personal page, but you totally could, because this is the time of year, what did we say? When people are expecting to see sales. So I don't think there would be anything wrong with posting all 12 days on your personal page, but I didn't want to blow up. I talk about Premiere on my personal page a lot anyways, because Premiere, I just love it. But on my favorite days, I shared it to my personal page as well. But then there are 2 other posts that I think you need to have during the day. So wherever you're posting, you need a morning post sometime between like 7 and 9 in the morning when people are on Facebook the most, usually before 8 because women are there looking before they go to work. Then maybe something around lunchtime. A lot of days I did a live video because I wanted to be able to show the versatility of the piece. I think live video just shows, again, that you're fun. You get to say hi to everybody and just act like you're so excited to hang out with your friends on Facebook for these 12 days. Just be like, oh, I'm so excited for 12 days. You guys are going to get to see me every day. I'm going to come on here and show you our featured item. I'll show you some things that it looks good with, and we'll get to just have some girl time and hang out. That's one of the biggest things for me in my premier business is just the chance to connect with women. And if you tell them how important that is to you, they're going to realize, oh, you know, that's important to me too. And they're going to want to connect with you. So use it as your excuse to go live every day and do a little video. Or one day I did a Snapchat video. I used one of those funny filters with the ears and the voice modulator. And I showed whatever piece I did that day. And just did a quick, like, 1 or 2 minute video about that piece. Just, you know, to grab their attention. And then my third post of the day, so you got your graphic in the morning. Your second post is a video, or it could just be pictures of you wearing that item or other people wearing that item. Just something other than just the graphic. And then around 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I would do a final post that says something like, hey ladies, just 4 hours left to grab this deal. We are only 3 away from our $60 in free jewelry drawing. Make sure you get in on it before midnight. And I might post the graphic again with a picture of me wearing it right next to it, just so it has a little something extra with it. Does that make sense? So those 3 posts, a lot of times I didn't get many sales or any sales until that final post at nighttime. Someone would message me. Don't get discouraged if you get to day 4 or 5 and you haven't sold anything yet. I think it was day 3, 4, or 5 before I had any orders, and I was thinking to myself, why am I even doing this? This is so dumb. I'm just wasting my time. Because we all think that. We all get in our heads, and we all don't want to waste our time, and we don't want to seem salesy. But over the course of time, women caught on. And so on day 6, I did a big announcement. I said, okay, for those of you that are just catching on to what's going on here, I'm going to give you this one day to claim any item from day 1 through 6. Just message me what you want. And I had people claim items. And then again on day 12, I said, I actually messaged each person that had already ordered. So it wasn't just a post. I private messaged them and said, hey, I can send you your invoice today, or you actually get this one last chance to claim any of the items from day 1 through 12. Is there anything else you would like? And I added, I think, at least $200 or $300 in retail that day from letting people reclaim from the first 12 days. Or I guess not first 12 days, only 12 days. Oh, where am I at on my notes? Oh my goodness. Oh, if somebody likes the post, but they don't say anything, this is the time when it is appropriate to private message them. You don't always want to private message everyone that ever likes a post and pounce on them because they'll be like, oh my gosh, stranger danger. But this is the time you want to message them. Say, hey Jennifer, I saw you liked those earrings. Is there anybody on your Christmas list that you would like to claim them for before the deal is over? People appreciate the personal touch. She may say, no, I'm good, I just thought they were cute. Say, okay, great, I hope you find something during this sale. Just be conversational and build those relationships. If you have an email list like we were talking about before with your sample sales, you could also email out your daily special. I chose not to just because my sample sale is coming up and I didn't want people to get a bunch of emails from me and ignore me, because I have people who are on my email list from 15 years ago that if they got 12 emails from me in a row, they'd probably be like, shut me off. So I didn't want to do that. But if your email group has said they want to know specifically about promotions, my email group just wants to be signed up for sample sales. But if they want to know about promotions, go ahead and email them your 12 days of Christmas special. Post it on Instagram, post it on Snapchat. Again, you have all these free platforms where you can promote this. And it's just good PR. If you did this for 12 days and nobody purchased anything, nobody would ever know. nobody purchased anything. Everybody in your friends and your customer group would be thinking, gosh, that Jessica, she is doing just all these sales. She must really be doing good in her business. So just look at it as good, free advertising. You already have pretty graphics made for you, and now you've got a step-by-step plan to do it. Just do it and see what happens. And if nobody buys anything, all you're out is a little bit of time. And all the people out in Facebook land have seen your name pop up every day, and they're seeing pictures of jewelry every day. And I did reach out to a girl in the past week. It had nothing to do with this, but I know she's in that group, and she has never purchased anything from me before. I don't even think she's been to a show. She's just a mom from the school. And I asked her if she wanted to take advantage of this birthday special that I do. And she said, no thanks, there's nothing that I really can't live without, but I think I'll have a show in December. I was like, where did that come from? I don't know if it had anything to do with her seeing these posts every day, but I do know that women are watching when you don't know they're watching. So do your videos, do your posts, and just see what happens. Let's see, I already talked about that. I talked about that. Ooh, some tips to simplify your life. If you're doing this, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to keep track of all this stuff? Because you could technically submit each day as an event if you hit the $200 total. I had no desire to do that. I was not trying to get lots of events on my calendar. What I wanted to do was keep my life easy. So I just turned it in as one event. Whenever somebody ordered, say on day 3, they ordered 2 necklaces, I would message them and say, hey Jessica, thanks for your order. I've got it in your cart, and I'm going to wait until the end of the 12 days to send you an invoice in case you see anything else you want. That way you don't have to pay shipping anymore. Your shipping will be free after this first order. And they all appreciated that. Use direct shipping. Do not offer to have it all shipped to you and then deliver it. I would lose my mind. The only time I let it ship to me was for one of my friends who I see all the time because she's a mom from the school, or if I thought that $2 was going to cause them to cancel their order, then I would have it shipped to me. But everybody else, I just told them shipping is $7. And so I had a $1,000 show. I have to deliver 1 piece of jewelry and then the free stuff that I gave away from the hostess credit. It's so easy. Let's see. Oh, and I already said that. See, I always get ahead of myself. My last thing was don't get discouraged if you get to day 5 and no one's buying anything. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to post those graphics. I'll share my Word document for my postcards, which I don't even use anymore because I just design a pic collage and I order it from Walgreens when they have a 10-cent special. But if you need to be able to print invitations affordably, and you just want to have them to pass out at your shows, use the Word document. Print them off yourself, cut them in 4s, boom, you're done. So anybody have any questions? Okay, I'm going to scoot up here now, get my eyeballs working. Oh, Nancy loves the 6 idea. Does anybody have any questions for me before we end this video? I know the third thing on the challenge, maybe Nancy did already post this because I saw people posting what they were thankful for. It's post something about what you're thankful for with this challenge group that we're in, the Dash to Cash. So make sure you do that. Just make a plan for what you want to do in your business. All of this may sound like a lot. And if there's anything that you don't want to do, don't do it. It's your business. And that is one of the greatest things about Premier. I've watched so many trainings and I have a head full of ideas, and some of them I've heard for years and I don't do them until year 3. So you get to pick and choose what works for you. But if you need to get your Facebook engagement up, if you want to have a fun event before Christmas, do the sample sale, you get to build your business. What does Jackie say? How many do you have in your VIP group? Like 300, maybe 400. Probably like 50 that are actively in my VIP group, 50 to 100. And I do get extra people in my VIP group. That's a question on my surveys at my shows. It says, do you want to be a part of my VIP group? And if they say yes, at checkout time, I either have them go there and look for it and request to join it, or after the show, I text them and I say, here's the link to my VIP group. Just click on it, request to join. I promise I'll approve you. Winky face. And then they request to join that way. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, well then I'm going to go ahead and sign off so I can post all that stuff for you. And I will try to keep up with comments and questions on the posts. So if you want to know anything else, I'll be happy to answer you. Y'all have a good night. Bye.